Hey guys, it's another Gypsy Soul, and I'm on here for Witchcrafting as your bonus host, and I am so late. I was supposed to post on Monday, but I had some dental work done, so that was not possible. And my craft for today is going to be seashell tea lights. And as you can see, what you can melt your wax anyway, but what I use to melt mine is a candle warmer plate, and then you need some tea lights. And my best advice for you is the tea lights that I got from Walmart are harder to use than the tea lights I got at the dollar store. And the reason for that is, like, this tea light is from the dollar store. You gotta pull them out and get this out. Well, poo. They're harder to get out. Let me use two hands. Hold on one second. Well, it ain't. Well, just believe me when I say they're harder to get out. See, because I've been pulling and... there we go. Okay, so once you get them out, see how the little bottom, because you need to pull the wick out, see how the bottom's kind of melted? And you have to literally take your fingernail or something and dig that wick out. And then the wick will come out. Whereas, oops, the ones from the dollar store, just stand the little wick up, give it a little shake, it comes right out, and the wick just pops out like that. So that's what I'm talking about. They're much easier from the dollar store. So once you pull the wick out, you'll want to put them however you can do them. You can put them in a glass container and put them in the microwave for just a few seconds. That'll melt them. But you'll need some seashells. Now, I have an array of seashells out here. Seashells like this, they're very pretty. But there's no way if you set it down that your wax will stay in, because once it melts, it's just going to pour out. So something like that's not going to work. Something like this could, but your wax is going to go in there. You're not going to have a lot of burning room. So I would suggest shells that are open like this, some open shells. And if you notice, I have hot glued them on top of some other shells so that they sit upright, because if you don't, they will lay flat like this and your wax will tend to pour out if you get any heaviness on them. So that way it holds them upright. You can decorate them. If you see these, I spray painted these gold. You could spray paint the whole thing gold. The wicks, you just take a little piece of hot glue and put on the bottoms of your wicks, and I'll show you that right now, because I have this one that I glued together to hold it up. So you can take a little dab of hot glue and try to keep it at the deepest point of the shell, and you take that wick that you removed and you just pop it in there and let that dry. These I've already poured just to give you an example. You can also, once your wax is melted, this is scent for your wax. You can add that to your melted candle wax. Just put a few drops in there. All I have to stir is just a paper clip. So you want to stir that up. And you can also, if you go to the craft store in the candle making part, you can buy wicks, but you're going to be wasting a lot of wick because you're going to have to clip them off shorter. So the best thing to do is just to buy the little dollar store or Dollar Tree candle lights, tea lights, and use those. So once you do that and your wax is melted, you will want something to grab a hold of it, because your wax is going to be hot and it will burn you. So what I have here is a pair of crimping pliers from my jewelry set. So you take your wax and you want to just pour it slowly in there, and be careful not to overflow it. And that is it, and that will set up, and you will be able to put these on your altar to decorate. Let's do another one. Let's do the gold one. Let's pour some more wax in there. And see how I put a tad bit too much wax in there. See how it's going all the way to the edge, which is not like a disaster. You can take it and, I suggest that you put some wax paper underneath in case you have some spillage, and you just pour that little bit off. And let's take this wick that we used, and you don't have to hot glue them in the bottom. You can just set them down in there after the wax. It's totally acceptable. And let's fill this one up. See, this one holds quite a bit more than the other one did because it's a deeper shell. So that's what you want to be looking for. When I bought, this is my bag of shell that I bought. There wasn't any big ones in there. They were mostly small shells. So if you're wanting to make bigger lights, you're going to want to look for bigger shells. So that is my craft for this week. If you have, let's see, here's one more. Let's do one more, and we'll call it quits. Another gold one, and I think the gold ones are so pretty. There you go. And another use for your, the reason that I bought my candle plate, warmer plate, is when I bring my coffee up here in my craft room, or tea, in the wintertime, I set it on there and it keeps it warm, and I don't have to worry about my tea or coffee getting cold. So, just another little hint and a little tip for you. So, here we go, guys. Here is your candlelight, tea lights, and I hope you have fun. And if you try them out, if you have any questions, just leave them in the down bar. And I hope you had a wonderful Litha and summer solstice, or just a happy day. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.